We will check out the worksheet of the lesson that we finished yesterday. Okay. And then we'll be starting a new chapter. And share my screen now. Okay, Hannah. Join from another device. Hello, David. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please give me 1 minute. Okay, let's begin. We'll check out the worksheet of the lesson that we've just finished first, and then we will start a new lesson. Hanil, are you able to hear now?
Yes, ma'am. I joined from another device. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Okay, we will only do the questions that we haven't already done. Okay. The third question is an important one from the exam point of view also. Write a detailed character analysis about Jijabai as a person and as a regent. Okay, that's an important question. What was her character analysis, or write about her character as as a person and a regent? We discussed this, but make sure you read this from the lesson once again. Okay. Fourth question: who was Ramdas and was he close to Shivaji? Any one of you? Who was Ramdas? Was he close to Shivaji? David,
I don't know, ma'am.
Daniel.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I'm just checking the lesson.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. He was close.
He was close and he was a poet in the court and
Shivaji
his
treated and company.
yes, his counselor, okay, and a poet in the court, and he was close to Shivaji. Okay. The fifth question. Shivaji is considered a hero even today. Identify any man or woman from your neighborhood or state whom you admire and write briefly about him or her. This is the question which is homework for you. Okay, this is a question that is homework for you. The fifth question, please do it as homework.
Okay.
Yes. Seventh question. Shivaji has escaped from Aurangzeb's captivity and traveled from Agra in disguise to meet his mother so that he could escape recapture, and because he wanted to know whether he was safe in his own kingdom. Discuss in 30 to 40 words. Any one of you? Can you tell me about this more?
Um,
Yes, David.
ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Actually, ma'am, in
Handel.
the question itself, they covered most of the part, right, ma'am? Like, what
Yes,
could
Handel.
we discuss about this thing?
Good question. Good question, Haniel. See, in the question they have covered that Shivaji had escaped from Aurangzeb's captivity and traveled from Agra in disguise to meet his mother so that he could escape recapture and because he wanted to know whether he was safe in his own kingdom. What you can add it in is more details. Okay. You
Ma'am,
can add, yes,
you can
David,
add how they escape.
how they escaped and what disguise he used. Okay. You can add how they escaped, like they hid in the fruit baskets and then he disguised himself as one of the three sadhus. Okay. You can add that more to this and explain. And then um, like, he had to disguise himself as a sadhu so that he could escape recapture from Aurangzeb's men. And he also wanted to know whether he was safe in his own kingdom. Okay, so he came back to his kingdom in the disguise of a sadhu. Okay, so that all you can add up, like the extra information, and form your answer. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Now, the eighth question. Read the line given below and answer the questions. Jijabai, despite of being a mother, receives this news as a responsible regent and doesn't want it to be disclosed. Who was Jijabai?
Shivaji's mother.
Shivaji's mother. Yes. What was mentioned in the news that we are talking about?
Um, that Shivaji had been captured by Aurangzeb.
In
Sorry,
fact,
not
I think it
captured,
was,
killed.
yeah, killed by Aurangzeb. Um, Haniel, why didn't she want to disclose it?
Because, ma'am, um, she is the mother of Shivaji, and she couldn't believe that. And also, Shivaji is not a person who can be killed that easily.
Oh, yes, that's one reason. Another reason is that if she discloses the news, then it would lead to chaos in the palace, okay,
Yes,
in the courts, and in the people also. Because when, like I explained you earlier, when a king is dead, the people become afraid, okay, thinking who will take care of us now, who will fight for us now. So to avoid that chaos and that insecurity in the people, she didn't really want to disclose that news. Okay, who was a regent?
Um, the a person is in charge when like the um king is not like there or gets captured or something.
Yes, yes, that's right. That's a regent. Why was her son in Agra?
No, because he was captured by Aurangzeb.
Because he was captured by Aurangzeb. Okay. I think there is another reason. We'll go back to the chapter and see. Okay. Even it's slipping my mind too. Why exactly? I think it's mentioned in the start of the lesson. I think to visit the temple or I cannot remember.
ma'am, in page number 126, in the top of the lesson, it's written, ma'am. Like,
126 in the top of the lesson.
yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, about that, ma'am. Have you heard of the brave King Shivaji? Yeah.
Hmm. Have you heard of the brave King Shivaji who led his Maratha warriors to fight many battles against the Mughal army and defeated them? After one battle, Aurangzeb, the Mughal king, captured and imprisoned him. Okay, that's what happened. Means like David was right. He like a battle happened between them, and after one battle with Aurangzeb, he captured him and imprisoned him. That's why he was in Agra. Okay, that's why he was in Agra because he was captured in a battle, captured after a battle with the Mughal rulers. Okay, that's right. That's right, David. Ninth question. Ram held the plates. Dash. Okay, yesterday we talked about adverbs. We talked about adverbs and their types. Here are some fill in the blanks which are based on adverbs and their types. Okay, let's check this out. First one. Ram held a plate dash
Ram held the plate carefully.
carefully. Yes. Sweetie is a dash person.
Um, Sweetie is a careful person. No,
Careful
sorry, sorry.
person. Careful is the correct word for it, David. Um, he ran dash to the station.
He ran quickly to the station.
Yes. You look dash. Didn't you sleep well?
You look tired.
Yes. She sang dash
She sang happily.
happily. He sounds dash.
Sounds happy.
Julia speaks English dash.
Julia speaks English well.
Well, she cooks dash.
He cooks terribly.
She is a dash cook. She is a dash cook.
Yeah, ma'am. She is a terrible cook.
Yes. Nick plays the piano dash.
Beautifully.
Beautiful. That was a dash answer.
That was a clever answer.
Clever. Your room seems dash today.
Tidy.
Tidy. He spoke dash
You spoke warmly.
warmly. She is a very dash person.
Warm.
Warm person. Now, can you see that in some sentences, ly has been used with the adverb, and in some sentences, only the adverb itself is used. So, the use of this also depends upon the sentence. Okay. The use of whether you use ly or you use just the adverb's original form depends on the structure of the sentence. Okay. For example, the first one, Ram held the plate carefully. Okay. You're using ly. Whereas in the second one, Sweetie is a careful person. It's just careful. Okay. So the use of the adverb and whether you use ly with it or no depends on depends on the sentence. Okay. Depends on the structure of the sentence. All right. Last question. Read the story carefully and try to paraphrase the lesson in your own words, mentioning the important points from the chapter. Okay, paraphrase, rephrase the chapter in uh, in your own words in a paragraph form. Okay, mentioning the important points from the chapter. You can do this activity. Okay, this will give you a clarity upon the events that took place in the story series wise or serial wise. Okay, it will give you a little clarity on that. All right, like what happened after what, okay, or in what sequence the events took place. Any doubt now in this lesson?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. 16 lessons we have. Okay. 16 lessons we have. And I've planned for a 3-3 chapter test first. A 3-3 chapter test. And then we can do half course test, 8 chapters first, and then the last 8 chapters, and then we can do two full course tests, 2 or 3 full course tests. Okay, that's how your test series are going to be. And first 3 chapters test we'll be having. Today is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday. Next week, Thursday. How about next week, Thursday? Chapter 1, 3, and 5.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Sounds good?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next week, Thursday, means you have 1 week to prepare for chapter 1, 3, and 5. What all will come? You will have to you will have to read the lesson, you'll have to do all the questions and the grammar that is there in the chapter. Okay. The grammar that's there in the chapter, that also you have to study and come for the test. Okay. I will only give the grammar which is in the lesson. Okay. I will only give the grammar which is in the lesson. If formal letter writing is there in the chapter, in one of these chapters, then it will come. Okay. So whatever grammar is there, you have to study that. I think I will also plan with you some grammar tests separately. Okay, one or two grammar tests separately where I'll be taking tests of the grammar topics that we've covered. Okay, so that will be later on, but um, now on your next week Thursday, we'll have uh, chapter 1, 3, and 5 text. Okay, now the next lesson is cooperate and prosper. About one of the one of the largest cooperatives in India, about one of the largest cooperatives in India, the Amul Dairy or the Amul Cooperative. Okay, and do you know that India is one of the largest producers of milk today? We are the largest producers of milk today, and it wasn't so before, like in the early times. It wasn't like this. Okay, but we will see how it happened or how we came through or how we became the largest producers of milk today. Now, what used to happen is that in the past, the farmers who reared cattle and produced this huge amount of milk in the country, they still remained poor, though they worked very hard. Okay, though they worked very hard, they still remained poor. Now, this story is about how Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a freedom fighter and the first Deputy Prime Minister of India, helped to improve the lives of the cattle farmers of Gujarat by organizing them into a cooperative called the Amul Dairy. Okay, this the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who you must have heard the name, the first Deputy Prime Minister of India, he helped to improve the lives of the cattle farmers of Gujarat by organizing them, by making them into a cooperative called Amul. Now, you must have seen this ad, which was a very famous advertisement and very old and popular, utterly butterly delicious Amul and Amul, the taste of India. Okay, this little girl has created history by being the longest running mascot for Amul butter. Who is a mascot? Mascot is an icon or a symbol that represents a brand. Okay. Um, an icon or a symbol that represents a brand is the mascot. Okay, and it was like since it came, this girl was like only just a few years back they stopped. Otherwise, we used to see it everywhere in the Amul advertisements. Okay, and we all know that butter and many other products are made from milk. Can you think of some more interesting jingles or catchy slogans or advertisement lines for milk, butter, ghee, or curd? Write them down, and you can even try sending them to the chairman or president of Amul Dairy by email. The homework is that you have to create a jingle, okay, or catchy advertisement phrase, okay, and a catchy advertisement line for milk, butter, ghee, or curd. This is your homework, okay? This is your homework. Think of them today, some nice jingle lines for an advertisement, and tell me tomorrow, okay? Now, let's begin with the chapter. With Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's strong support, the cattle farmers of Gujarat were brought together in a cooperative group. This not only improved their lives a lot, but also led to the setting up of one of India's most successful industries. It also made Gujarat one of the richest and most developed states of India. What is a cooperative and how does it work? We will read the story and find out. Now, the people of Gujarat, they were mostly farmers. Okay, they reared cattle but remained poor. Cattle means those and household animals that we, take care of at home, and they give us milk and uh, all. Okay, so those that is cattle like cows and all, and they reared cattle, but they still remained poor. Despite their hard work, they always remained in want. The people were hardworking, the cattle farmers were hardworking, but even though their hard work, they always remained in want, means their needs didn't got fulfilled fully. Okay, their needs didn't got fulfilled. The poor plight of these farmers moved the heart of the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was determined to bring prosperity into their lives. So, he decided to organize them into a cooperative force and provide them with a steady source of income. Okay, these people's plight, okay, moved the heart of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and he decided to organize them into cooperatives so that they can get a steady source of income. And this task was assigned to a person named Mr. Tribhuvan Das Patel. Okay, this task was assigned to a person named Mr. Tribhuvandas Patil. He united the disorganized farmers and started a cooperative dairy unit. Okay. This system of cooperative effort eliminated the middlemen who harassed and exploited the ignorant farmers. But Tribhuvandas Patil found it difficult to compete with the British dairy in Mumbai. Now, have you heard of middlemen? Have you heard of middlemen? What happens is that
Yes.
um, middlemen are those people who are between the producers and the consumers. Okay, middlemen are retailers and wholesalers and retailers. Okay, the people who transport, the people who sell at the retails and the wholesalers and all these people that are between the producers and the consumers are middlemen. Now, these people used to do what? They used to buy at very low prices and pay to these poor farmers at a very low price, and they used to harass them because and exploited them. Okay, harassed and exploited them by not giving them proper prices for the milk and the dairy products. Okay, that is the reason why these farmers remained poor and were unable to meet their needs because the middlemen exploited them. Okay, so what happened is Mr. Tribhuvan Das united the disorganized farmers together. They brought them together and started a cooperative dairy unit. Okay, and the system of cooperative effort eliminated the middleman. But there was one struggle. What was the struggle? There was a British dairy in Mumbai. Okay, there was a British dairy in Mumbai, and it was Amul's competitor. Okay, it was Amul's competitor, and Tribhuvandas Patel found it difficult to compete with that British dairy. Okay, this was the struggle he faced. He found it difficult to compete with the British dairy because, see, when you are launching a new brand or a new product, it's always a struggle to, uh, you know, compete with the existing. brands selling that same product. Okay, your product has to be that special that people buy that instead of, going to the people who are already in the market. Okay, so it has to be like that good to be able to compete with other sellers in the market. Okay, at this point of time, it was kind providence that brought a young, energetic, intelligent, and ambitious Indian engineer trained in America to work at the Dairy Research Institute. Kind providence. Kind providence means some kind of miracle from God. Okay, kind providence means some kind of provision of God. Okay, that brought a young, intelligent, energetic, and ambitious Indian engineer trained in America to work at the Dairy Research Institute. His name was Anand. Sorry, the place was Anand. Okay, the Dairy Research Institute, the place was Anand, and the person's name was Verghese Kurien. Tribhuvan Das sought this clever man's assistance. Tribhuvan Das took help from this man. This young man was none other than Verghese Kurien. Okay, Verghese Kurien. He helped Tribhuvan Das set up a processing plant, a dairy processing plant. This marked the birth of Amul, and the rest is history. Okay, so the setting up of the processing plant marked the birth of the Amul cooperative. Okay, and then the rest is history, means its growth and everything. Okay, then from there on, it just grew. Now, shall we trace the history and the man who made the birth of shall we trace the history and the man who made the history this history? It tells how he strove incessantly in order to expand Amul milk unit. It also tells us about how, through his relentless efforts, the dream of Vallabhbhai Patel was fulfilled. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the history of Verghese Kurien. Dr. Verghese Kurien, he was born in Calicut on 26 November 1921. He got his first degree in physics and he studied BE Mechanical Engineering at the University of Madras. He went on a scholarship to the USA and passed master's degree with distinction. He was also very good at cricket, tennis, and boxing. When he returned to India, he joined the government dairy at Anand in Gujarat as a dairy engineer. But it felt, but he felt it was not a challenging job for him. Okay, he joined as a dairy engineer, but he wanted good challenging things and found out that this is not enough challenging for him. So he agreed to help Mr. Tribhuvan Das Patel in setting up a milk processing plant, and this was how the Amul dairy came into existence in Gujarat. It came into existence first in Gujarat. Dr. Verghese Kurien developed the Amul dairy into the largest cooperative dairy in India. As a result of Dr. Kurien's relentless efforts, the poor milk producers were protected from being exploited. The farmers came to appreciate the spirit of cooperation in addition to acquiring marketing skills. Okay, cooperation also, and they also acquired marketing skills. He introduced various reforms in the administration of Amul Dairy. Okay, reforms means some new rules and some new practices. Okay, some new practices he introduced. Okay, what were they? He proposed to distribute half of its products to the milk producers as dividend. Okay, so this was half of its profits to the milk producers as dividend, means that whatever the Amul cooperative will get profit, half will be distributed to the milk producers or the this cattle farmers who worked in Amul. Dr. Karen's reforms improved the rural economy considerably. Okay, means their financial condition of these village people, these rural people, their financial condition had improved considerably. So this proves the saying, the woman who owns a buffalo celebrates Diwali every day. Okay. Owns a buffalo celebrates Diwali every day means that uh in Diwali, what people do is people you know take milk, okay, out of the milk they extract the khoya and all, and then they make sweets and make various things, and various like drinks also with milk, and various sweets and various things with milk they make. Okay, so the saying is that the woman who owns a buffalo celebrates Diwali every day, means she can, make sweets and do this all every day. Okay. So now that their financial condition had improved, okay, they could do better every day. Dr. Karan made India the largest producer of milk in the world. Dr. Karan established the National Dairy Development Board, okay, the National Dairy Development Board, NDDB, and designed the Operation Flood program. Dr. Karim may be rightly called the architect of modern dairy industry and the father of White Revolution. What is White Revolution? Have you heard the name White Revolution? Anyone? White Revolution.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened in White Revolution?
Um, the the dairy farmers they joined in the cooperative like this, and yeah, so the middlemen couldn't like stop taking advantage of them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right, David. So, White Revolution and Operation Flood program is the same thing. Okay. It was a massive dairy development program. Okay, it was launched in 1970, the beginning of 1970, and it was a like in that period, in that time, we had a massive dairy development. Okay, massive development in the dairy sector. So that is why this development is marked as the White Revolution. Milk's color is white, so White Revolution was the world's largest dairy development program. Okay, and National Dairy Development Board's landmark project. Okay, National Dairy Development Board's landmark project was Operation Flood Program. Okay, and this came to be known as the White Revolution. Okay, now he has been honored with very high civilian awards such as Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. His achievements were recognized internationally, and he was awarded the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award for Community Leadership. Rain has succeeded in keeping the wolf from the doors of our farmers. Wolf means poverty in this lesson. Wolf from the door of a farmer's wolf is considered poverty. Okay. His efforts have made the Indian farmer healthy, wealthy, cheerful, and wise. Thanks to Dr. Karim, that our children today are blessed with quality milk, butter, and cheese. Not to forget the chocolates and ice cream. You know that Amul is a famous brand, and all of these things we mostly use of Amul only. So thanks to him that we get these good quality products. Okay, so we will stop here for today. Any questions from the chapter? Any questions based on this story, this
Um,
chapter? No? Haniel?
Mm,
Okay.
no, no.
You can um, you can just read about it more from the web today. Okay. You can just read about it more from the web today. You have two homeworks. One is to write about a person who has inspired you. Okay. Somebody who has inspired you. The other homework is you have to find out the you have to make a slogan. Okay. You have to make a slogan or an advertisement line and come. Okay? I will ask tomorrow. All right? This is your homework. And tomorrow we will meet and we will discuss the questions of this chapter. Okay, see you all then. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, man.
Bye.